You've likely noticed it at the grocery store and other places, the rising cost of food across Canada for many Canadians. A lot of families are struggling to put food on the table and pay rent, among other many bills. Well, local nonprofit More Than a Roof Foundation aims to help those struggling with those basic needs. This year, though, it says its own food budget has already spiked by tens of thousands of dollars. Joining us for more in studio is Scott Campbell. He is the foundation's executive director. Thanks for coming in. We know this is a busy time of year. What does it mean when you've got to pay tens of thousands of dollars extra for the work that you already are doing?
Yeah, well, I could talk about how much our budget has increased. I could talk about having to stretch every dollar. But the reality is these rising food costs are impacting real people. People we know, our neighbors, our friends, and for us it's our residents who depend on food programs like our Soul Kitchen, which feeds 300 people each week to 4 communities downtown Vancouver here. And many of our residents depend on those programs, not only because food nourishes the body, but because it nourishes the soul and reminds people that they're not alone.
What happens when you've got these costs? I think the number is a 4 to 6% rise in food costs for you. Are you still able to feed that 300 people a week, or what happens?
Well, it just becomes harder. So we depend on the donation of in-kind food, but we also depend on the donations of individual gifts, of financial gifts, so we can offset and supplement the food program and make it work. And it's really important for people to know that that's how these things happen. When I talk to people about giving, nobody seems to question that giving to food programs or housing is important. But oftentimes I'm asked whether or not their gift is really having an impact, because these issues feel so large and so complex. And they absolutely are large and complex, but generosity isn't. And so when people choose to give, especially in this season of giving, that's a thing that they can control.
What sort of person would benefit, or can you paint us a picture of the kind of person that you're helping out there? 300 plus people a week. Is it everyone from those who are unhoused to those perhaps who have a job?
Yeah, and we run a full range of people that live in our communities, individuals, seniors, families, and all of them are folks for whom housing security is a problem. And we know there's a direct correlation between housing insecurity and food insecurity. So many of our residents have been very generous in sharing their stories, and I'm thinking of Laura in particular. Laura spent 15 years struggling with addiction, oftentimes sleeping outside, finding a place where there was a camera so that she knew somebody was at least watching her. And Laura was able to battle through the addiction, find treatment, and then secured a home with us at More Than a Roof. But a real turning point for her was when she was fed by Soul Kitchen, and she realized that she had the strength to not only deal with the issues that she needed to deal with, but to reach out and actually help other women now who are finding themselves on a similar path, and Laura's there helping them through it.
And lastly, we appreciate your time. You are now in the fundraising season.
We are.
What are your goals? And for those who want to help, where can they do that?
Yeah, thanks. So we're right now trying to raise $30,000 to support Soul Kitchen. We've already secured $15,000 of it from a group of donors who have come together and said that they'll match dollar for dollar all gifts that come in to meet that goal of $30,000. And if people want to contribute, they can go to morethanaroof.foundation, and it's a great way for them to double their giving this year.
All right, Scott Campbell, we appreciate your time and all the best with the fundraising this season.
Thank you for having me.